Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe, like, comment, share and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next Supreme content. Thank you.
Hello guys, I trust you all are doing fine. My name is Kofi Frederick, well known as Supreme. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. On this channel, we educate people on digital skills, tech tips, and how to make money online with your smartphone. If this meets any of your specifications, kindly go ahead and hit on the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to walk you through step by step how you can come up with this max effect with your Pixellab application. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Before you start everything, you have to make sure that you are having your subject, okay, and whatever image that you are going to use, you make sure that you have removed the background of the image before you proceed to do anything that you want to do with respect to this particular tutorial. All right, so at the end of the day, we are going to come up with something nice like this. So without further ado, let's get straight into our Pixellab application, then we take it from there. So once I launch my Pixellab application, what I am going to do is to delete this particular text over here because I don't need it at this time. Alright, so once I am done, I'll come to this particular polygonal tool over here. As I hit on it, I'll tap on shapes. Then I am going to create the shape I want to use. Okay, so if you want to use a square shape, if you want to use any polygon, this one, any shape that you want to use, okay, but I am going to use the circle for this particular tutorial. Okay, so once I get my circle, I'll choose or I'll adjust it to the size I want. Okay, once I am done with that, I'll come to the relative position tool and I will tap this one and this one to make sure that this particular shape here is positioned at the center. Okay, so this and that. Once I am done with that, I'll tap on this layer tool over here. Then I'll tap on transparent. Once I have this transparent like this, I'll go ahead and save this particular shape alone. I will save this particular shape alone. So you tap here, then tap on save image, then you come to the default, you tap on it and select ultra. Once you are done with that, you tap on save to save that particular shape to your gallery. All right, so we are now done with this one, so I'll go ahead and then delete it. We are done using it, so I'll delete it. Then leave the background transparent, okay, because we will need this transparent background for the next thing that we are about doing. So we come to import again, then I'll come to images, then I'll locate the subject. Yeah, so if you use the photo room app to remove the background, you are going to find the image right at your photo room gallery. Okay, so you come to this and select it this way, then you go ahead and tap on the check mark here. Once you bring it here, make sure that you come to the relative position tool, you tap on it this way, you select this and select that to make sure that this image is centered properly, so this and that, and then you tap on the check mark. So since it is at the middle this way, you go ahead and then you tap on this to save it to your gallery as well. So save image, then you come and select this, you choose ultra, then you tap on save to gallery. All right, so the reason why we first saved the shape and this particular image this way is to achieve a certain goal. Okay, we didn't do it for doing its sake. No, yeah, it has a role to play in what we are about doing. Okay, now you could see that the circular shape, okay, the idea is that it should be in a 1:1 dimension, that is in a square dimension this way, or else when this one is in a different dimension and the shape 2 is in a different dimension, we will find it difficult to achieve the results that we want to achieve. So I am going to try this way, and then we'll try it the normal way so that you are going to see the difference. Okay, all right, so since we've saved this image like this and the shape, we can now come and tap on default. Okay, we start everything. All right, so we now import we come here, tap on import, we go to our Pixellab folder, Pixellab, then we are going to first select the shape. Now once we select it this way, go ahead and tap on the check mark. Now listen, here is where you need to pay attention to. Now when you tap at this particular place, you move it to cover it this way. Okay, now you come to relative size and make sure that it is at 100. Okay, it should be 100. All right, so once you are done with that part, you come to texture. Okay, tap on texture, make sure that this particular shape is selected so you can see that it's selected. Okay, you can see that it is selected. So you tap on texture, then you tap on this gallery icon, then you are going to bring in this particular image here as a texture. So you tap on it and then you tap on it again, so you could see that it has fit right into it because it is of the same dimension. Okay, all right, so once you are done, you tap on the check mark this way, then we can go ahead and lock this particular layer. So we tap on this layer icon here, then we tap on the lock. All right, so now that we are done, let's bring in this image again. This time around, we are not bringing it as a texture, we are bringing it as an image. So we tap on import, then we select this image. Now the magic is coming from this part. Okay, so you could see that when we zoom this image to 100, so let's lose the relative size, so move it to 100, you could see that it has fit right on the image. Okay, you are not going to find any struggles if you follow this particular step. Okay, now once we are done with that, we tap on the check mark, then we come to mask. Okay, so there are two ways to achieve this. Either you use the eraser tool or you use the mask tool, but I prefer using the mask. So I'm going to demonstrate any of them right here. Okay, all right, so I'll tap on the mask, then you enable. Once you enable, it is going to cut out. Now the reason why immediately I enable this part went off is because the in and the out. So if we choose the out, the top part will be what will be cut off. Okay, and when we choose the in, the down part will be cut off, and you could see that it is fitting right into it as if we did nothing to it. Okay, so let's lock this layer and see how it feels. Okay, so you could see that everything is matching perfectly. Okay, so now let me use the eraser to also demonstrate this. Okay, so I'll come to this image, then I'll come to the mask tool and disable it. Okay, so I'll disable the mask, so disable. All right, then you can now use your eraser. Now using the eraser, you just clean this part. Okay, just clean some part like this, then okay, you can see that here is still showing. You go to your eraser again and then you clear. Okay, clear that part off. All right, so you could see that it is now fitting exactly in the circle, and this is how we create the max tool, the max effect using your Pixellab. So you could see that there was some glow effect. Okay, this yellow glow effect, this was how I did it. Okay, I selected shape, then the same circle, I actually reduced the size to fit the same size, then I came to stroke, blur effect, and then increase the blur effect, and then the stroke I increase it a bit, okay, to somewhere 10. Then I changed the stroke color to yellow. Once I was done with this, I came to opacity and then reduce the opacity. Okay, you can reduce the opacity here, or you can select this one, reduce the opacity here. Okay, so let's use the one here. Okay, so you reduce after you've selected the blur here, you've increased the blur here, you've increased the stroke here, you come to this side and reduce the opacity here so that the white will go off. Okay, after that you send it to back and then position it at center. So this was how the glow effect was created around this particular image. Okay, all right, so this is the perfect way of doing max effect. Okay, so let's assume you didn't save this image here and the circle, you just went straight away. Let's practice that and you see the effect. Okay, so you come to this shape here, you just brought your shape in here. Immediately you were done with your shape, you position it at center this way. Then you came to texture. So let's use the original image. So the original image that the background was removed can be found at my photo room. So we selected it this way and then this way. Now you could see that it's showing 2. Okay, so let's assume that we are scaling it for it to fit. You could see that the head is still in the shape. Now let's go it this way. Let's choose this dimension, something like this, then this way. You could see that still the head is still in the circle. So let's go again. You will not be able to achieve your desired results. Okay, so we would have to rather bring it this way. Okay, like this. Now that the head is at the top. Okay, so now let's import the image. Now you see this size is different from this particular size here, but the correct way of doing it, immediately we zoom it this way for it to fit. It actually fitted the size of the max, or the size of the one used as the texture. Okay, yeah, so with this one you are going to struggle with the size. You are going to make sure that this size is the same as this size, and it's a whole lot of stress. Okay, it's a whole lot of stress. You are going to pass through a whole lot of stress. So now let's max it so you could see the effect. We have to check this side a bit. So this is the results, but then you could see that when you look at it critically, you could see it's not fitting, and the stress of coming up with this one too is something. Okay, so you just go by the original way. You save the image, you save the shape, then you bring in all together on the platform again, then you begin with everything. So guys, this is how to come up with your max, and you can try it with different images. Okay, you can try it with different images. So let me try another shape. So let's assume we are using the square. We have to make sure that we've already saved our square. Okay, so transparent, and then quickly save the square. All right, then we can now come here, then let's import the square. We have to be fast about this, so you make sure that it is at 100. So once we are done, we just bring in the texture. So this one was saved already, so we just bring that one in as a texture this way. Once we are done with it, we go ahead and then lock it. Once we lock it, we can now bring or import the actual image. We increase it, and it is going to fit exactly the size. Okay, so 100. Then we can now go ahead and then max it. You don't need to adjust anything because it came fitting exactly. Okay, so we now cut this off. Okay, so you could see that there is some breakages over here. You can now adjust it here, and then everything is what successfully done. Guys, how do you see this? Is awesome, is looking good, is wow. Okay, all right, so there are a whole lot of shapes that you can try with this particular max effect. I hope you are enjoying this particular tutorial, so please subscribe to this channel, share so that others will also benefit from this particular tutorial. do well to also like and comment. Give your comment, okay? Give your comments. I'll now be giving gifts to my commenters. Those who like, I'm going to be gifting you some stuff, so kindly do so. Once again, my name is Kofi Frederick, well known as Supreme. It's bye for now.